The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Today I'm on an all-new deck boat by Chaparral, and when you say deck boat to me, I see form and function, but I want to see if Chaparral compromised on performance and handling. This is the 284 Sunesta, and I'm going to take it on a full test and see how they've done. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve.
We caught our first glimpse of the 284 Sunesta as it was coming out of the rack room, and right away we started to see a difference between this boat and others in this class.
As we take a look underneath the hull, we see two lifting strakes leading up to a reverse chine, and then coming up to the bow, what Chaparral calls the wide tech bow, which maximizes the deck space on board. The team at Chaparral tell us that there are two different formulations of the gel coat, the lower for strength and integrity, the upper for UV protection. While on the subject of strength and integrity, Chaparral uses Kevlar to reinforce its keel. Now, something you can't see but that we noticed during our testing is instead of using a plastic through-hull fitting with a stainless steel cap, Chaparral is using stainless steel all the way through. Now, while we're talking about these through-hull fittings, it's important to ask ourselves, what are they for? And in this case, a self-bailing cockpit. Let's talk about trimming the 284 Sunesta. When you get up on plane, you're going to give it just a couple of shots of up trim. You'll see the spray move from the helm back to the quarters of the boat, and you'll feel a boost in speed too. If you go a little bit further than that, then you're going to start ventilating the prop, and then you just need to bring it back down. It won't take much. Now, as far as turning performance goes, because of the reverse chine on the 284 Sunesta, when you put it into a turn and hit that bank, those reverse chines really dig in, so the boat turns like it's on rails. So you're going to need to either slow down and keep everybody more comfortable or have everybody hang on, but it's really exhilarating. Now, when we were looking at the boat out of the water, we saw the extended V-plane that was supposed to get us up on plane with less bow rise, and I have found that normally 16 degrees is what you'll find on a boat. We did it in 7 degrees, so it's serving its purpose. I did my put the wheel hard over and slam the throttle all the way home and see what happened, and I got no ventilation. The boat dug in nicely and cranked around, and I could actually control the radius of the turn by just adding and taking off power. It was totally controllable.
With a test weight of just over 7,100 pounds, the 496 mag pushed our 284 Sunesta to a top speed of 49.1 miles per hour. At that speed, we were burning 30.1 gallons per hour and getting 1.63 miles per gallon for a range of 154 miles. Pulled back to 3,500 RPM and we had a best cruise speed of 33.8 miles per hour with a fuel burn of only 13.3 gallons per hour. Now we were getting 2.55 miles per gallon for a range of 241 miles with a 10% reserve. Our time to plane was 4.6 seconds, and we cruised through 30 miles per hour in 10 seconds.
Chaparral has a very nicely laid out helm. Dual gauges multifunction over on the right-hand side. The gauges are nitrogen filled, so they're not going to be fog resistant, they're fog proof. Moving map display right in the center of the panel. 2 rows of rocker switches over to either side of the panel, and they're dual LEDs, so not only can you see what the function of the switch is, but also when it is activated. Wood panel for mounting the switches, 6 coats of clear coat, dimmer for night vision, 12-volt adapter. Again, a stereo remote control, not a hockey puck type, just mounted onto the panel. This one has a dedicated position in wood with 6 coats of clear coat. Row of rocker switches above mounted into the metal panel. Tilt wheel is standard. Over to the side, 3-way lighting for your arch, another speaker. The trim tab controls are a little bit out of sight, and they have the optional lighted LED position indicators. I forgot that the trim tabs were even on the boat because I didn't even need them. Just below, a dedicated spot for an iPod mount that comes with its own cradle, an MP3 jack, LED courtesy light, and all of the courtesy lights are blue. Very comfortable armrest to the right side of the helm. Also convenient for making just incremental adjustments to your speed.
With its combination of larger engine and a Bravo 3 outdrive with its counter-rotating propellers will ensure that docking the 284 Sunesta is really a pain-free experience. The low-speed handling capabilities are outstanding, and I was able to put the boat right up against the dock nice and gently with no fuss. When backing in, I had good authority over the direction the stern was traveling, and the bow seemed to come along with it. When docking bow first, simply approach the dock at an angle, and just before you come up against the dock, turn the helm towards the dock as you reverse, and that will bring the stern over along with the bow so that you come up nice and even.
That's our full test of the 284 Sunesta by Chaparral. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.